Available now on Blu-ray from Arrow Home Video is a recent horror movie. Now, usually we think of Arrow Home Video. When I think of Arrow Home Video, I think of, 70s, 80s, or older foreign films and weird in a good way to me, genre films and such. But they do often, as Criterion does, put out newer films that they deem worthy of being in the Arrow collection or the Arrow treatment. And this is a film, as I said, from 2020 entitled The Stylist. It's from Gevargizian. Sorry if I mispronounced the name, but I try. Jill does fine work, and stars Najarra Townsend as the titular stylist. And what we have here is, to cut it very, very short, a really good movie. I'm going to admit, I was dubious. I haven't loved a lot of what Arrow has put out that's been newer. A lot of it to me feels like a student film or a film that, gets, decent or polite applause at a festival. The Stylist is good. The Stylist, to me, I would think if 2020 was a different year and a different world, perhaps this would have found its place in theaters, because it's to me, theatrical quality. It looks phenomenal. The performances are really good. There aren't that many people in the movie, but the performances are really good. The music is excellent. This was such a huge surprise to me. I can't stress enough how much I enjoyed The Stylist. So basically what you have is Najarra Townsend as this hairstylist who is a very lonely person, a very socially awkward person, and the way she deals with that social awkwardness is on occasions she does the hair of somebody or she meets somebody in public whose life she is envious of, and she kills him and scalps him. As you do. She poisons them, renders them unconscious. Carefully, she's not sloppy about this. Carefully takes the scalp off, retaining the hair, goes into her little underground lair at home, and to use childish terms, plays dress up and takes on the persona of those people. Now, the director, she has said in the extras on this, she was inspired by Leatherface. So it is sort of an Ed Gein Chainsaw Massacre thing. But the movie is really not similar, aside from that idea that, wearing some part of some other person imbues her with, she hopes, some of that person's life or some of that what that person has that she feels is lacking in herself. So, as I said earlier, the film is beautifully shot. There is Bava-esque lighting at times. Townsend is great as the lead. She does these horrible things, and from the opening scene, pre-credits, that she's a serial killer, basically. And you know what she's going to do to people. But at the same time, at least up to a point in this film, you have sympathy. She makes this socially awkward, sad and lonely person, you kind of feel for her, right up to the point where she poisons somebody usually. So the storyline is that this is what she does. You get this pre-credits, so that's not a big revelation. And then she does the hair somewhat reluctantly of a bride-to-be. She gets envious of her life. She tries to get close to this person, and then things don't go as probably anyone on screen in the film would like them to go after that. As I said earlier in this few minutes, I was very, very impressed by this movie. I want to see what this director has coming next. I hope she has a lot more coming next, because film was never boring, was not too long, has quiet moments, has moments free of dialogue, and I was riveted the entire time. I want to see what else Najarra Townsend has to offer, because she was great in this, and it was a really good movie. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Your time is precious. I don't want to keep repeating myself, saying how good it was all the time. The film is given the Arrow treatment, the full Arrow treatment. So you have commentary, you have short films from the director, you have the original Kickstarter video, which was kind of interesting to see how this film was pitched before it was even made. It was based on a short, which is also included here. I believe you have music videos. I mean, you just got a load of stuff to find out all about who made this movie. And this is one of the rare releases from Arrow of a new movie that I thought was really good and worthy of Arrow, but also one of the rare releases of Arrow of a recent film that I really kind of want to watch all the extras. I want to find out more about these people and see the rest of her work, because I was so impressed by this one. So out now on Blu-ray from Arrow Home Video from 2020, The Stylist.